important DSA topics in general that we would be discussing for this. So yeah, hi. First of all, like I would like to welcome you all today to this masterclass that is hosted by Coding Ninjas in collaboration with Naukri.com. So yeah, on the other hand, so a few introduction, like a small introduction about me. So hi, my name is Pranav, and currently, like I am working with Oracle as an SD3, and prior to that, I have worked with Microsoft as an SD2 for like more than two years. And prior to working with Microsoft, I was already also working with Oracle as an SD2, and with PayPal as an SD2, and with many other companies. In total, I have around 5+ years of experience in the industry. And yeah, so my association with Coding Ninjas begins around 2016. So I remember that Coding Ninjas had launched its offline center in New Delhi. So me and my friends were very fortunate to kind of get direct mentorship or guidance from the founding members of Coding Ninjas, like Nidhi Agarwal ma'am and Ankush Singla sir, and we kind of relished that opportunity. So in my second year, like I attended the Java DSA program from Coding Ninjas, and after that I also was very fortunate to become teaching assistant twice, and then I have been associated as a mentor in the capacity with Coding Ninjas. So yeah, coming to today, so we will discuss about how we can crack Microsoft SDE interviews. We will also discuss, this is not, we'll try to not limit this kind of session to only Microsoft. I know that many of people have a dream that many of people would be also students who are kind of uh, uh, studying in their like colleges, or like in the, or they are experienced folks, so they would be kind of aspiring to go to Microsoft or Google or like that. Yeah, it's a good choice, it's absolutely a good choice, but there are a lot of companies out there that is kind of offering the relative work expectation as well as pay. Mostly people have that conception or notion that yeah, pay is good, great, and all those that. So a lot of companies are there that is paying good, as well as the work is also great. So we'll kind of generalize this like topic. We'll also talk about Microsoft in perspective. We'll keep that yeah, how we can crack this via the, like via what are the kind of steps that are there, how hiring process begins, how you can apply, what is the best time to apply. Mind you that I must tell you that whoever is kind of thinking to apply, so right now is not the good time to apply. November, December, January, February, this 4 months are kind of a very dull kind of phase for in the IT sector. Why? Because new year is kind of beginning, and this is the last quarter that would be running. So the company plans a budget. Let's say that a company has a budget of X. So by the end of by the whenever the quarters kind of get starts to get end, so basically what is happening is that the budget keeps on decreasing, obviously, right? So because people are getting added in the team, hiring takes place, right? So the best time for that is like in the starting only. If you get the opportunity in the starting, it's the best time for you, because it will be very feasible to for anybody who can just like plan for a good switch with a good hike, right? So this 4 months, very relatively, very kind of, it's kind of dull in IT sector. You will see very less job openings, and interviews would be kind of also less. So what you can do is like this, take this opportunity, take this 4 months as kind of an opportunity to upskill yourself, right? We'll also talk about how you can upskill yourself in with Coding Ninjas, what are the best resources that are available. And in the last, the team, Coding Ninjas program team, would also discuss how a job bootcamp, that is like a 9 month 6 months program, how it will benefit you, right? And to be honest, like I would personally vouch because the job boot camp, because I have been actively mentoring in that boot camp, and I have personally seen that people achieving 100, 200, 500%, even 500% hikes as well, right? So with that, let's start the session. And yeah, so coming to basically coming to product based kind of companies interview, right? Coming to interviews that are kind of that are designed for let's say that product based companies like Microsoft, and Facebook, Google, and other companies, right? So basically, what are the kind of basic things that they look for? Okay, so the basic things that they would look for is what? Problem solving. Okay, problem solving would be the first thing. Then they would also look for the DSA skills. Okay, data structure and algorithm skills. They will also look for your computer science fundamental skills. Computer science fundamentals includes operating systems, right? Computer networks, right? And your DBMS knowledge. Okay, so these three subjects are very good, very mandatory. Let's say that some person is like, or some student, or let's say some like student only I will refer. So some student is from electrical background or mechanical background. So what I will just tell you is that if you have knowledge in these three subjects, right? Operating systems, computer networks, and database management system, you are you are a computer science guy only. Okay, so don't worry about it. And I would also count you in the category of computer science people, because majorly computer science is kind of revolved around this operating system, computer networks, and DBMS. Who are working in the software domain, yeah, there are other subjects and interesting subjects as well, right? But it is not asked so often in technical interviews, right? These three subjects are the kind of mandatory, you have to kind of study them, right? So if you are kind of like preparing, so I would say that please prepare these three subjects as well. Okay, so problem solving, DSA, and computer science fundamentals. Nowadays, what is happening is that people are also asking low level design. Okay, even from freshers, they are expecting that low level design is also a mandatory. Okay, we'll talk about low level design in depth because it's like a very important topic. So, for experienced folks, once you start gaining experience, let's say 2 years, 4 years, 8 years, 6 years, right? This would very like its importance, low level design importance will go up. It's directly proportional with the amount of experience that you are having. Let's say that somebody is having 4 years of experience, so it would be counting more in as compared to DSA. If you are having 12 years of experience, or 15 years of experience, or 20 years of experience, let's say, that then LLD would be the major deciding factor. How clean your code is, how you are able to optimize things, how you are clearly kind of communicating, how you are kind of easily demonstrating your work, right? We'll come to that, this is a separate topic, let's keep it like that. And high level design, this is kind of a majorly asked to experienced folks only, because high level design is more about like dealing with scale. Let's say that if the system is supporting 1 million users, then it's fine. If it is supporting, let's say, 10 million or 1 billion users or like that, how would you scale it? And it also talks about the different types of architecture, or the different types of paradigms that are there in architecture. Let's say cloud based architecture, let's say microservices based architecture, let's say event based architecture. There are multiple gamuts of high level design. Okay, but it is majorly asked to people who are experienced folks, okay, who are kind of holding, let's say, 2 years or 4 years of experience, right? Now there are also segments of DSA. Then like we will also come to each and every topic of problem solving, DSA, and computer science fundamentals. Let's start with the first thing, that problem solving. Okay, so problem solving, when we talk about problem solving, we will always refer that, yeah, given like you will be given a problem and you have to solve that problem. That is the basic thing, right? Now the thing that now the like the you can say that the expectation of any of the companies, let's say Microsoft or the FANG, or like the or the product based companies, are that nowadays what is happening is that you will be provided a question and it will be in a form of story. Okay, so let's say that a question is there and you will be provided in like there will be multiple people who would be there, and there is a situation, right? Now you have to solve this situation in the computer science world using the like the things that are available to you, or the data structures, or let's say that the algorithms that you are knowing. Okay, you have to solve that. Okay, so this is kind of problem solving. Realistic based problems would be given. And nowadays, because what people are doing is, because there are many online websites, right? Like Coding Ninjas has its own coding like website, that is kind of, or the practice website, or practice portal, that is by the name of Code Studio, where multiple questions from different topics are given. So you also have to prepare topic based questions. But the thing is that for problem solving, you need to understand what is happening, and then you need to apply your logic as well as the algorithms or the DSA that you know, right? Logical skills are very much important. Okay, for improving problem solving, what I will advise is that I would personally advise you that you solve like quantitative aptitude or logical reasoning based questions a lot, because it will definitely help you. What is happening is that there would be a situation that is given in the LR logical reasoning questions, okay, and you need to solve this with your logic. Okay, so that is where like you can just improve it. If some person is lacking or some person feels that yeah, they are not able to understand the question, so you need to kind of go through that route, that yeah, you need to practice logical reasoning questions, QA quantitative aptitude questions as well, because in some situations you will be asked directly formula based questions as well. Okay, if you are not aware, then you will be kind of in a bad situation. Okay, so problems, for problem solving, generic problem solving, we are not talking about like yeah, DP and all those things and graph. We will come to that in DSA. Okay, not like that. But for problem solving, what like Microsoft level companies or let's say other companies are expecting is that a story or a scenario is given to you. Okay, what you have to do, you have to deduce the scenario. Okay, there will be there will be a ask from the question. You have to deduce that ask, and then you have to apply your logic as well as your computer science knowledge, that counts your data structures, algorithm skills, and then you have to solve that question. Okay, so that is where like you have to firstly understand the problem, apply your logic, and then solve the question. So if you are not able to do this, then it will be a problem. So my advice is like try to solve these questions. Okay, try to firstly solve the question without having the computer science knowledge. Then it will be very easy for you to apply the computer science knowledge, because it will becoming very easy once you are kind of very confident on the logical part. It is very simple. Okay, so that is for goes for problem solving. Now we come to data structure and algorithm. Now data structure and algorithm is a very wide kind of like thing that is there, as well as it's important as well. Okay, it's very much, you can say that DSA is kind of a never ending story in a person, in a software engineer guy, because once you, even if you are having 20 years of experience, or let's say even you are at a director level, you will be asked DSA. Okay, so you cannot skip it. You have to kind of make friends with data structure and algorithm. Okay, talking about Microsoft level question, like what is kind of the level that Microsoft is expecting. So if we talk about everything, if we talk about from the starting, so arrays, yeah, arrays would be asked, but not directly questions from arrays would be asked. It will be, if directly questions on arrays are asked, then you have to logically solve that question as well. So you can expect hard level question from array. If we talk about linked list, I have not seen personally that linked list directly getting asked. I have only seen linked list in asked in interviews, in face to face interviews, or in interviews. They want to test how you are good, or how comfortable you are in writing code with linked list. Okay, where you have to swap the links of each node and like do that, right? A lot of trees is asked, not only in Microsoft. Amazon is known for asking trees. Google is known for asking trees. Uber is known for asking trees. Microsoft will ask trees, but not on a very good level. Personally, what I have seen, they will definitely ask dynamic programming. They will definitely ask backtracking. Backtracking is a favorite for Microsoft. Okay, graphs would be asked. Graphs is a very good topic. You will find questions on the online assessment as well in the face to face interviews as well. Okay, strings would be asked. Strings is also a very important topic as far as like Microsoft is concerned, or let's say Oracle is concerned, or Google is concerned. String dynamic programming is a very favorable combination of interviewers as well as for online assessment questions. You will see a lot of questions that are in string and like you can say dynamic programming or backtracking as well. Okay, other than that, like stacks and queues and advanced data structures, like not advanced data structures, but yeah, stacks and queues is asked. It's like not directly question, but yeah, it's kind of in between. You have to use let's say when you are using sliding window, so you will be using DQ and like that. That type of knowledge you want to have, right? Advanced data structures like segment trees, heaps, and priority queues, like they are the same, but these would be also asked. So data structure and algorithm, if you want to prepare for like Microsoft level question based companies, so I would personally advise you that you need to solve topic based problems first. Okay, so solve at least 50 problems, 50 to 60 problems, 50 to 100 problems as well you can solve, but it will be you will be committing too much time. So on a safer side, try to solve 50 problems, 50 problems from each topic. Let's say 50 problems from arrays. Go from medium to hard. Understand what is happening in easy level problems, but try to solve medium hard problems. Okay, write code for medium hard problems, not for easy level problems. Yeah, there would be techniques, there would be tricks that are there in easy problems that you might not be able to compete, but these are only tricks, these would be only one timers. Okay, so majorly you have to solve hard and medium problems. Apart from that, try to solve at least 50, 60 or 100 problems on trees, 100 to 150 problem on trees, 100 to 150 problems on graphs. Personally, I have seen that major questions, 90% of the questions are based on DFS and BFS only, depth first search and breadth first search. Traversal of graph is more than enough. Okay, in interviews you will see that yeah, traversing the graph you will solve the problems. Nowadays they are also asking the shortest path based problems, and yeah, they are also asking somewhat of like dynamic programming on graphs as well, they are asking, but these are extreme cases. Majority I have seen that DFS and BFS will solve your solve the question that is there. Okay, apart from that, you have to practice DP a lot. Okay, dynamic programming is a must, you cannot skip it. Backtracking is a must, you cannot skip it. You have to master recursion if you want to, basically, if you want to kind of succeed in programming, you have to master recursion, because without that programming is nothing, to be honest. Right, so that is where that I would just say that yeah, you have to kind of prepare topic wise. So the best platform that I can suggest to you is that Code Studio. So Code Studio, what is there is that topic wise problems are given for each of the let's say that uh, topic wise problems are given. Okay, let's say that most recently asked questions from priority queues, from trees, from grass would be present over that platform, and you can just see the recent interview experiences as well. Right, let's say that you have an interview after like 1 week after. Okay, after 1 week you have an interview, then you can just kind of search that yeah, if Microsoft has conducted an interview in the recent, then high chances there, trust me, there's a high chance that the question will get repeated. Right, there's a very high chance. Personally I have seen, because the interview taking people are very fixed. There is a separate team, or there is a separate kind of group of people who only take interviews. Right, there's no generic people, or there's no kind of like, the group is large obviously, but the high chances there, what I'm trying to say, that the questions will get repeated. I used to also do that. That firstly what I will do is that I will just search, let's say that I have an interview with a company, I will first search the kind of the recently asked questions. Right, and I have seen personally that always and always the question gets repeated. Right, in my experience. So trust me on this, that yeah, try to solve the recently asked questions, try to solve the questions that are getting repeated in multiple instances. You will find your way, trust me, that if you try to solve every question that is available, the list is very large. You'll not be able to complete, because every day new questions are getting created. You have to understand, you need to be confident. You have to understand what is going on, you have to understand the pattern. You have to understand, you may have to make a generalization. You have to apply your logic at some point of time. That is where you need to kind of see the variations, that yeah, what type of variation can be there. Let's say that what can be the variation in trees. Right, traversal is one thing, but what are the other variations? Right, so these things only you need to kind of these questions only you need to kind of practice. Right, coming to computer science fundamentals. So computer science fundamentals, again, as I have mentioned, that three topics is a must. Okay, operating system, computer networks, DBMS. So what you can do is that you can just, whenever you are preparing, right, you can just study these kind of subjects. Okay, don't need to, you not need to kind of go in very much depth. Right, some places it will require that yeah, you have to go in depth, but You need to understand these subjects. What is kind of going on? How DBMS is kind of storing the data? What are the different things, right? What are the different components? What is normalization? What are kind of what are the structure of tables, right? How in the backend they are implemented, right? So these kind of things you need to kind of understand. Okay, you need to kind of understand that what are the how these subjects are basically contributing to computer science, right? You basically these subjects, in whenever you will be kind of going inside the industry as well, so you will also find that these subjects are practically used in the industry, right? If you are working with like Microsoft or Oracle or like Google or Facebook or any other company who are very who are kind of the top of the line companies, you will see that more and more of these subjects are getting used. And advanced subjects like compiler design, multiple subjects are there, but yeah, these three subjects are the must, what I can suggest, right? Not to overburden anybody here, but these three subjects are a must that you should be having an idea about, right? So yeah, apart from this, just give me 1 minute. Apart from this, let's talk about low level design. Okay. So firstly, I will just try to make a reference here. You know that when I started my career, so low level design was asked to people who were at least 5 years of experience or who were kind of having a decent amount of experience in the industry. Majority of kind of companies were only hiring based on DSA. This recent kind of shift has happened because more and more people are now aware. More and more people are aware that yeah, DSA, if they are able to solve two questions in 45 minutes, then yeah, it's done. They will be able to crack the interview. But due to like over competition, and yeah, due to the more and more people becoming aware, companies have started asking low level design as well. Why? Because they don't want that they will be teaching the incoming person. Firstly, they want to eliminate as well, but and the second is that they don't want that the incoming person should be kind of taught something. They want that the person should be aware about how to write production level code, how companies are working with how companies, whenever you will go, how to write a structure of code that would be deployed or that would be going into the production, right? What are the different kind of conventions, what are the different kind of you can say that follow a process, right? What is the process, what are the design patterns, how you will be writing the code. Okay, so nowadays from fresher as well, people are expecting that low level design is a must, right? And you should be aware about low level design. Low level design comes to knowing the how you are familiar or comfortable with the oops, object oriented programming, right? Once you're comfortable with object oriented programming, then it will be coming to your word, then it will be coming to your system design. Okay, system design and low level system design, and as well as your you can say that design patterns. Okay, so design patterns is also kind of a must now. The different types of design pattern you should be aware about, right? You should be kind of implementing those design patterns. You should be kind of very much comfortable, as well as you must be you also should be kind of using them properly in your whenever you are making any type of projects. Okay, because this type of thing is asked. Okay, let's say that if you are going as a fresher, so simple questions, simple low level design questions would be asked. Let's say that you have to design a shopping cart, you have to design or a food booking service or a cab booking service, or let's say that you have to design what is that anything that is very simple, music player, right? These kind of small questions would be asked. Okay, and the expectation from you would be that you need to you need to be very familiar with how you are presenting your code. Okay, how you are easily formulating your idea into the oops logic, how you're fitting your idea into the oops, right? What would be the object, what would be the features, what will be going inside the class, what type of design pattern you will be using, what is your justification for it, and how would you writing that, right? That is very important. and that is where you can see that you will be tested as well, right? So that is where, like, I would just try to say that whenever you are practicing DSA, whenever you are practicing, or whenever you are developing some projects as well, try to also learn about oops, try to also learn about the design pattern, try to also solve questions on low level design, right? Good companies, trust me, like Uber, or companies that are very much into development, then they pay handsomely as well, like Rippling, like Cohesity, like Rubrik, they will be grilling you like anything on low level design. You know that their rounds are a mix of data structure and low level design. They will be asking you data structure problem, but it will be kind of a low level design problem as well. They will be asking you that how do you solve the concurrency, when in kind of internally it will be also having a data structure problem. So you need to kind of practice these both things as well for these type of companies. Okay, so concurrency is also a very good part. Okay, how will you tackle multiple users, how will you kind of implement locks? Then when you are kind of thinking about concurrency, now comes your operating system kind of subject in place. Operating system talks about these things only. Okay, how would you make your operating system, like this is kind of practical, the LLD is a practical version of your operating system knowledge only, that how will you tackle 5 or 10 users or multiple users, right, in your operating system. And then you will be talking about, yeah, how these processes will be interacting, right, with your service. So this is kind of where you have to apply, you have to basically connect the dots, right? Okay, so before moving on with the session, I would like to kind of you can say share something with you. So based on my experience, if you are planning a career transition, it's crucial to upskill, okay, and have a solid roadmap. I remember that when I kind of joined Coding Ninjas, I had a clear roadmap, right? And I was very fortunate that I joined in my early stages only, because I had committed less kind of mistakes after that. I committed mistakes, but less mistakes were there because I was under the guidance of my mentors and the people whom I was interacting with. I was always supported in my journey, right? So it's crucial to have like a solid roadmap, okay? And you need to also save time for this, and you need to kind of minimize your mistakes as well. So you have to also get the right mentorship, okay? And I highly recommend in investing in a paid program that helps you build your profile from scratch. And as a Coding Ninjas mentor, I can personally attest to the benefits of their programs. Experts like myself are available to teach you during the program, and it's fine if you want to go ahead with self study, but in times like these it's really important to have a tailored roadmap, okay? If you want to understand how a paid program can help like in a career, in a faster career transition, fill out the form that will be shared out by the program expert. Okay, you can find the form in the comments. I will also share with that. I will also share you. Okay, just give me 1 minute. So the form is here. Okay, so you can just fill out the program and get a chance to connect with the program expert. And by the end of the session, we will also talk about the full stack web development 9 months job boot camp that offers a comprehensive training and placement assistance till you land your first job. Okay, so we would like to give you 1 or 2 minutes to fill out the form before we move ahead with the session. And we still have a few things to share and we need to discuss. And I will also answer your questions in the end. So, yes, please try to fill out the form. And those of you who want to connect with me, so this is my LinkedIn. You can just send me a request, connection request, and you can just, this is my LinkedIn. I will be sharing with you as well. So you can just connect with me over here, right? Apart from this, we were also talking about high level design, right? So high level design is also very much important, and it also goes in hand with the expectation of the interviewers. High level design is majorly about scaling. How high level design is majorly about how you will design your component, how well you are kind of uh, presenting your solution, right? How you are how you are very well versed with the architectures. There are different types of architecture: cloud based architecture, more services, microservices based architecture, and monolithic based architecture. And there are multiple types of architecture that we will be covering in high level design. As well as there are different type of concepts as well that you need to be aware, which that goes in everything. They be it database, be it your services, be it your load, right, be it your external services that are there that you're interacting, be it your communicating mechanism that you will be employing. So there are multiple things that you need to kind of take care. Okay, so the best suggestion that I can give it to for you to improve the high level design. See, the high level design is very niche to a problem. Let's say that Uber is solving the cab booking service problem, so they will be kind of, they have developed a solution that works for them. That might not be the correct solution for an e-commerce system, right? That might not be the correct system for a cloud based system, but that is a very employable, or that is a very correct solution for kind of a cab booking service that is interacting. So what I can suggest to you is that try to read about the newsletters or the blogs that are published by these companies. Okay, so every good company would have a open source a blog, or kind of like a you can say that a solution kind of would be provided over that blog or over their website as well, that how they have solved this problem, right? How kind of they have developed this solution. Okay, so there you will find that, yeah, how you will be able to, how you are thinking, and how this kind of how this problem is getting solved. Okay, so try to read every day with the blogs and over Medium, or let's say that over the different platforms that are available, so it will be very fruitful for your journey. Okay, so these are the important kind of things that you need to kind of take care, right? Apart from this, I would also kind of request everybody that please try to ask questions. This is we will try to answer every type of question that you will be having. Okay, you can ask the questions in the chat as well, or in the Q&A section, which okay. So Bhaiya, please tell about the aptitude and total rounds in Microsoft and Oracle. Okay. So basically, there are 5 rounds, okay, or 5 to 6 rounds are there. Okay. Apart from this, so first round is the online assessment round. Okay. Online assessment round is there. So in online assessment round, you can expect that 3 questions are there, and will be given time 1 to 1.5 hours. Okay, 2 3 questions are there, and time would be given 1 to 1.5 hours. And this would be kind of easy medium, not easy medium, sorry, my mistake, medium hard kind of would be there. Medium hard problems would be there, more tending towards hard. Okay, so good questions are asked. And mind you that if you are going for a full stack, or let's say front end developer position, then you will also be required to complete the front end tasks. Okay, I have also seen some people that are kind of given front end tasks as well. They will be having calculator design, or they will be having something that will be employing the task would be employing the front end. So you will be having some things related to, let's say that you need to complete a snippet of code where some front end is given to you, so you will also be doing that. Okay, in online assessment. Then comes your 3 rounds. Okay, so this is majorly towards DSA and problem solving. Okay, DSA and problem solving. So this would be kind of problem solving, if we say. So it would be kind of 1 hour based rounds. Okay, 1 hour round, and you can expect that you need to solve 2 questions or 2.5 or 3 questions as well in 1 hour, right? So 2 questions in 1 hour would be solved, and yeah, you need to prepare accordingly only. That yeah, how would you solve these questions? Apart from this, that the questions would be again medium hard, right? May not very hard, but yeah, you will be able to complete them in let's say 20-25 minutes. One question you will be able to complete, right? I have also personally seen that people completing 3 questions in 30 minutes as well. That is also a reality. But yeah, you don't have to go in that direction. But if somebody is starting, so I would just recommend that try to solve 2 questions, try to practice in such a way that one question you're solving in 30 minutes. When I'm saying that solving one question is that you need to write production level codes, because what we'll be having is that nowadays you will be like have the your code will be having some test cases as well that you need to pass. And for a complete solution, you need to pass all the test cases that are available. Okay, so prepare very carefully and prepare very mindfully that what are you trying to do with that. Okay, apart from this, once you have done data structure and problem solving in 1 hour, 3 rounds would be there. So in total 3 rounds or 2 rounds depending upon the interview rounds. The last round would be your managing with the manager. Okay, engineering manager round, or your hiring manager, or your there can be also one additional round with the principal manager, as well as in some companies there is principal software engineering manager. In some companies there is director of engineering. In some companies there is head of engineering rounds as well. Okay, this is basically to test your design skills, to test your fitment, okay, in the company, in the team, to test your how will you be able to collaborate with the team. Because nowadays what is happening is that with the with the with the evolution of the word culture, company culture and team culture and like that, many people are now focusing that the person that they want to take, okay, they need to kind of fit into the culture. Firstly, they need to kind of increase the average productivity of the team as well. Let's say that if the team is able to deliver the one task in let's say x amount of days or hours, so the person coming in should be very caliber having should be having that caliber, that the task or the project or like the things that they are working on should be getting delivered in a faster manner. That's where their efficiency and their productivity is getting justified and tested, right? There are multiple decision makers in that goes behind. There's a separate, we can take a session only, right, on these topics. But yeah, as I have seen that majorly engineering manager and director of engineering rounds are there. Okay, and these rounds cannot be predicted. If I say that they will be asking data structure problems, if I say that they will be asking you design problems, I will be wrong. But you can be asked anything. Okay, you can be asked data structures, you can be asked engineering, you can be asked, you can say that system design round, you can be also asked nothing. There can be a simple conversation as well. You know that Google has a googliness round that is taken by a senior manager. That is just about your how you work, how well you are kind of working, how you are kind of doing things, how what is your past experience, right? Apart from that, you can be also asked mathematical questions as well. I remember that I gave 5 rounds for Adobe, right? And this was back in COVID, and there was a 6th round that was scheduled, and I was very confident that I was going to get selected for Adobe, right? You can say that I was very happy as well. And the HR also told me that it's a just like a casual round where basically the head of engineering who just wants to talk to you. Okay, he has kind of a habit of talking to everybody. So I was also in the impression that yeah, it's like it's kind of an easy round only, and like yeah, it does not matter and like that, right? So what happened was when I went to that interview, right, and he asked me straight off without anything, without my introduction and like that. He said that like yeah, let's begin. And he asked me not anything, not a data structure problem, not like a system design problem, not any type of problem, but a mathematical problem. Okay, and that mathematical problem, let's say that it was not a it did not have any solution, but it was kind of a guess estimate kind of a question. Okay, it was a very kind of a open ended question that is there. Okay, so there is no perfect answer for that question. You have to think. Okay, and I kept on thinking, I kept on explaining the solution, but he did not give any reaction, and in the end I was rejected, okay, because of that round. So this is kind of, this can also happen with anybody, right? And I have also seen that in delivery, I interviewed for delivery, and there also I kind of encountered a problem that was mathematical in the last round. I was able to solve that question in 1 minute or 2 minutes, right? It was kind of a quantitative aptitude question, right, where you have to find the remainder of a number which is having certain value, some variations. So if you are able to understand the question, it's very good. If you're not able to understand the question, there it becomes a problem. There you will see that, yeah, actual test of your skills would be there. There you will see that, yeah, you have to be very well prepared. Okay, so my suggestion would be that just try to be very much confident whenever you are kind of just try to be prepared, well prepared. Okay, whenever you are kind of attending these kind of interviews or these rounds. And basic or most important thing is that whenever you are preparing, try to give as much mock interviews as you can. Okay, as many mock interviews as you can, because it is kind of a simulation of what is going to happen in the real world. Okay, it's kind of a simulation that, yeah, this would be kind of this is the interview, right? You will be getting to know your mistakes in an early time, or a early manner, rather than spending too much time on that, right? So this is where, like, I would just like to say that, yeah, here you want to kind of take the help of a paid program, because this is very important. In Coding Ninja Job Bootcamp, the program team would also be explaining you, but personally I have seen that people who are kind of from different backgrounds, let's say that some person was from a commerce background, he also got selected in a product based company. Okay, he's working right now at Swiggy, and he's still working at Swiggy. And Swiggy has gone public, and I like remember that I was just talking to him 1 week back, and he was saying that, like, all his ESOPs were kind of getting converted into real money, and yeah, he's getting a handsome money. And what was his education background? He has done has his BCom, right? So that is where, like, you can also do this. Okay, so with that, as you can see that we are also out of like we are having some limited time as well. So I would like to give the stage to the program team. Okay, and the program team would be kind of coming and to explain what are the features of the like the job boot camp, right? I guess we have Karan with us. So hi, Karan.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Anshika, and I would like to thank the host as well for such an insightful session. So, guys, my name is Karan, and I will be taking this session ahead. So, I'll just take 5 to 10 more minutes, and I'll explain you what we are offering, how this job bootcamp can eventually help you to get a job. So, I'll just share my screen, uh, and I'll help you to go through the things which we have. Meanwhile, you can just keep on sharing in your contact numbers in the chat and Q&A section to get the benefit of the discounts which are going on. So I'm just sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible. Can you please let me know in the chat and Q&A? Yeah, so I believe my screen is visible. So basically, we'll be starting with the interview part, and let's check that how we are making sure that you guys are getting job, because eventually, as the name suggests, it's a job bootcamp program. So interview roadmap works in such a way that first 3 rounds will be a problem solving round, then fourth round will be project evaluation. So there will be an interview preparation in which our experts will be giving you a proper training on how you are supposed to clear the interview, because that is the major part. If we talk about the placements, right, how we are making sure that you're getting a placement, the very basic thing is how you're supposed to clear the interviews, right? So interview, we will be clearing that interview. Interview preparation, right? There will be a proper training on how you're supposed to clear that interview. So there will be problem solving, training on problem solving, coding questions. There will be projects, hands-on experience, high-level, low-level design, then managerial round, tech and past experience, and then finally the salary discussion round. Now, talking about the next, if we talk about the Coding Ninjas, so Coding Ninjas was established in 2016 with a mission to bridge the gap between India's traditional education system and industry requirement by providing quality of education. And as you already know that we are a subsidiary of Naukri.com. Talking about the next, that this is the 8 years of legacy, 8 years of consistent support which we are giving to all of our learners, the 8 years of experience as we started our operations in 2016. So as you can see, 1.5 lakh plus learners cracked dream roles at top tech companies after completing the course with Coding Ninjas. 1,400 plus alumni in Mang, and many out of these in Indian Unicos as well. And the highest CTC after course completion is around 1 CR plus. So this is the impact which we are leaving on students, after completing the course with Coding Ninjas. Now, what is job bootcamp? It is a boot camp. It is not a course. It's a job bootcamp, which is focused, personalized, and community driven only for working professional, graduates, and final year students. So the basic eligibility criteria, the basic criteria to be eligible for this particular program